I think I posted this somewhere, but the only reason I went to this cup in the first place was because it was called Unmatched Games. And I just wanted to prove that I was unmatched. I heard the name and I was like, well, if anyone's got to go, then it's me. Like, I got to go see if I'm matched or not, you know? Like, I got to see if I'm unmatched. I did lose a couple rounds, but you know what it is. The money stay calling. The money stay calling. Come on now, don't play with me. Okay, so I won that bitch, and it was not free at all. I thought I was gonna lose. I am a very go-by-feel kind of person in this world, and I was feeling from the beginning, the person I went with, my friend James, that he was going to top cut and I was going to have to wait with him. I literally brought my DS with fucking leaf green. I'm not exaggerating. I brought this to the fucking tournament because I thought, fully expected, that I was not going to do well. That I was just going to, like, lose out early. And I kind of did. I went 1-2 to start, but we ate. So let's get it. So, my round one. Dude, I was nervous. It's like, I don't be like coming out to events like that anymore. It's my first one back. I'm nervous. The first guy I play is someone I recognize from a cup that I had gone to prior, where we actually tied. We both got third or fourth, whatever, interchangeable. But we talked, so I knew he was good. He didn't recognize me, but I recognized him. So I was a little nervous, and he was on Dragapult Charizard. I was on Raging Bolt. I think I had better options than what I chose to do. Like, I could have chose to kill Charizard before late game where it became kill anything Ultra Beast thing. But, you know, you live and you learn. Targeting his Dracloaks and trying to make it that he couldn't have a big, like, multi-prize turn. And it didn't really pan out. So I lost the first round. Brought it back close, though. It was 2 prizes to 2 prizes. I forced him to get to the Charizard off of, like, a small hand. But he could get there, is really what it is. I think I would have got it next turn if he didn't. So, it is what it is. 0-1. We start the day 0-1. Yeah, round 2 we get it easy. Play a pure Dragapult list, I think. This cool guy, I think his name is Alex. It was nice meeting him. He's just sitting on, like, single Dracloak, bunch of Dreepies, like, he's not able to do anything with his board state or anything, and I'm just continuously blowing up 1 prize at a time with Baby Bolt, 1 at a time. Just a little unfortunate for him, like, he completely dead drew. Round 3, we played against Terrabox. I actually think Terrabox is really well into Raging Bolt if they have the right cards for it. If Raging Bolt isn't running Slitherwing, which I'm not, getting around Pikachu is impossible. So that's annoying. If they play Terapagos in the energy to use his second attack, Crown Opal just shuts down your entire deck except for Blood Moon, which I do run a Blood Moon. Granted, 2 Gusts and a Blood Moon can win you the game, but it's hard. It still is really hard. Like, I think the matchup in general is winnable. I think I have the cards to do it in the deck. But with what I was drawing, like, I was just looking at, like, a silly hand. I kind of bricked, and then I'm down 1-2, and I was thinking about dropping. Down 1-2, and then saying, we need the practice for Pit anyway, let's play it out, you know, see what we can do, have some fun. Then, what do I play next? Now I'm blanking on what I could have possibly played round 4. Joltik Box, no. What the fuck did I play? Guardy, no. What did I play? I have no idea what I played against round 4. This is crazy. I would bet it's Dragapult based on the number of Pult players there were. No, I played Typhlosion round 5. I was waiting for you to say that, because I remember that one. Fuck, bro. Let's just pretend it didn't happen. Let's pretend it was only 4 rounds. We're not disrespecting whoever we played against, and it was a great time. Yay! Yay! I really didn't think that I was able to do anything from that point, because I thought that it could only cut to top 4, and that if I was 1-2, my chances were pretty much done. So yeah, I probably wasn't even thinking about this matchup, honestly. No matter what, I'll just be lying if I try to recount the match to you. So, like, I think it might have been Melmetal, but... On to fucking Game 5! So in Game 5, here's what happened. It was one of the decks you listed, probably. This is like when you're fucking 5 years old, and you have a crush on one of the girls in school, and your friends are like, tell me, and you're like, no, I'm not gonna tell you, and they're like, will you tell me if I guess? And it's like, yeah, I'll tell you if I guess, and then you guess every girl in the school, and they still didn't say yes, so it's like, that's the type of time I'm on right now. I understand that. Because it's a guy! Exactly! Ball guy! Let's go. I think I would have been fine, because what I had was I had Ursaluna with a Bravery Charm on it. So even if she got Typhlosion that turn and was able to swing, it wouldn't have knocked out, and I would have been able to knock out the last Typhlosion that was on the board, like, after the last Kulaba. But the harsh truth for her The last Typhlosion was actually in her prizes. So she just conceded at 1 prizes to 2. Even if she swung, I don't think she would have won. I think I would have had it still. But she just didn't have the Typhlosion. So I'm like, yay, miraculous. I thought I was about to lose. Let's go. But once again, I'm only 3-2. And my resistance should be pretty bad because I've been doing bad the entire tournament. Me and my friend, actually, I think we tie. We both go 3-2. But I get 7th and he gets 11th. And they call us all to like huddle up to do a top 8 picture. And then they're going to play it out. And I'm under the impression the top 4 are going to play it out. Because when they print out the standings, only the top 4 names are highlighted in bold, which is who it should cut to. So that's an issue that came up for a lot of people. And they had to delay Top Cut for like 45 minutes. Half the people were trying, or a couple of the people were trying to say, no, we should only play out top 4. 2 people got really upset. And then all the people who ID'd and all that stuff, most people were like, no, like we should definitely play out top 8 because you said it would cut to top 8. We wouldn't have made these deals. We wouldn't have intentionally drew. We wouldn't have played the way we played if we had known that it was only cutting to top 4. So it would be unfair to get us out of there. And that's what they ruled with. They ruled it would be unfair to shaft those people. So I got lucky. I had no say in this argument. I didn't even really try to partake in the conversation. I just floated into 7th place and then suddenly got to play in Top Cut. But we get into Top Cut. There are 4 Raging Bolts in Top Cut. But the difference is, I was trying to get him on odd prizes. I was trying to keep a 1 prize board state to start, get him on odd prizes, and then just retaliate faster. Because in the Bolt matchup, it seems whoever takes 2 prizes first usually will win. So I was trying to stall him as much as I could from doing that, while also prioritizing being ahead in the race. And it seemed really good. I was able to set up a late game checkmate with Blood Moon, because either he had to kill Raging Bull EX or Blood Moon Ursaluna EX. And either way, I had the Sadas for Blood Moon, or excuse me, for Raging Bull, and I had just the energy for Blood Moon. So he kills Blood Moon because he thinks it's easier. You get the energy, which he's right. But I have everything I need, and I'm able to start Ditto, put a Koraidon in the active, and just have a 1 prize board state, force him to take the 1 prizer. And he even says something out loud like, I'm just going to get prize traded out from here because he takes the 1 prize. And he's right. I just take 2 prizes on the Raging Bolt. He takes 2 prizes on me to go down to 3. I take another knockout to go down to 2 prizes, and he's on 3 prizes, I'm on 2, and he's playing Raging Bolt. So he has no way of taking a multi-prize turn. So I once again just set up the checkmate with Blood Moon. No matter what, I'm either going to use Blood Moon or Ursaluna, or I'm going to use Raging Bolt EX, and I'm going to get the final knockout. So I started feeling really confident in that moment that if I could set up this play consistently, that I'd be able to win, like, the entire event. Because Blood Moon was just the answer there. Like, it seemed really good. And even for the decks that were on, like, Capsule or Bravery Charm, I have a Jamming Tower in the deck. I play this younger kid. I actually got really good insight earlier, because I was sitting next to him during Top Cut, and we were both on Bolt. There's a lot of Bolt around, like I said. Half of the top 8 is Bolt. Something to the effect of, yeah, but Aiden over here doesn't like the owls. And Aiden says, nah, I've actually just never tried them. So I know that his Raging Bolt deck is different than mine, and that he actually is on, like, a different list entirely that's accelerate energy to the discard and swing big. Like, he's trying to go second and shit. Like, it's a much different list than mine. But I knew that. Like, it was good to know. And I won game 1 pretty easily because I just went 2-2-2. Game 2 is where we can talk about Misplay Monday, actually. Let's get into Misplay Monday real quick. From there, it goes to Sudden Death. The way Sudden Death works is the first one to take a prize card wins the game. And we're both on Bolt, and he's on the non-Noctowl version. So in my mind, he has a pretty consistent way to attack turn 1, or at least he's trying to, if he gets to go second. And if he gets to go first, he doesn't really have anything that he's setting up that well. So I take the risk, but I think it's the better choice, honestly. I go second, even though I'm on the Noctowl variant. And then we both brick like crazy. Like, it is maybe 5 rounds of Sudden Death. Like, pass. Like, one of those turns I burst for, but still. Like, how unlucky this man got is insane. He used 2 different Pokegears, and both of them completely whiffed. He didn't hit any supporter off either Pokegear. I'm drawing shit too, though. Like, I can't attack, I can't swing or anything. And I just, like, I boss up and I prime catcher up his Ogerpon without energy on it to try to stall it in the active for as long as possible, but he keeps like getting out of there. It's just such a silly game we're playing. And I'll just Burst Roar, and if I hit another energy or fucking anything like a Noctowl or anything, I'll win the game. And I finally did. I finally Burst Roared into the Noctowl. He had 3 cards in hand, so I'm waiting. He plays a Squawkabilly, restarts for 1, passes back to me, and I'm like, take a deep breath. It's good. We Noctowl for the Earthen Vessel. We attach, we Teal Dance, swing 2/10 into the Ogerpon, and finally the game is over. After like 5 or 6 rounds of sudden death. In the Bolt Mirror that went to time in Top Cut. Like, what? What just happened, bro? And it's all because I made a misplay that I had guaranteed to win the second game that I just whiffed and didn't think straight and made it that I could have lost the entire tournament, but instead we clutched it up. Madness indeed, but we got there. I will say though, really bad time for the mistake to happen. Pretty much the only mistake I made all day, I think. You were the pro tag on this day. I was. No, literally. From going not supposed to be in Top Cut to going all the way to winning the event is some crazy work, honestly. So let's get into the last match and how we did win the event. Let's go. When I won the second to last match, I was pretty confident that I could take it all. Not certain. I didn't see the guy play that I was playing in finals, but I did know that he got floated into finals. His opponent just DQ'd. So he was having the luckiest day, or not the luckiest day of his life, but he also gets into top 8 when he wasn't in top 4 initially. And then in top 4, his opponent auto DQs to float him into finals. So he was probably feeling like the pro tag, but I had to step in and be like, not today, Zerg, type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's another Bolt Mirror, as I mentioned. It's a lot of Bolt. It's literally all Top Cut was just Bolt Mirrors for me. No one else had that experience but me. All of my Top Cut was Bolt Mirrors. But at that point, I'm the most prepared man in the world. Like, I know the outs. I know that I'm the Blood Mooner. So pretty much what kept happening is whoever went first won. I go first game 1. I blow up his board state, like his Noctowl, his only Noctowl. Prime Catcher his Ogerpon when he gets more Noctowls, so he doesn't have any Terra in play to use the Noctowls. And then when he finally gets Raging Bolt set up, I set up the checkmate with either Blood Moon or Raging Bolt. That was the theme of the matchup, bro. Like, if you have Blood Moon in the deck and they don't have Blood Moon, you should probably win most Bolt Mirrors, is what I'm finding in that regard. Game 2, I have the worst brickage of all day. Even worse than the matches that I lost in Swiss. So I continuously can't draw anything. Like, I'm sitting on area 0, jamming tower, and like a Squawkabilly that I drew after turn 1. I used the opportunity to learn his deck, to try to find out all the ins and outs, try to figure out which tech cards he's running, and give up as little information from my side as possible. I find, like, there's nothing like major that I played around in the final game that really made it come to fruition that well. But I do think it's the right option. There was like 50 minutes left on the clock. There's no point in scooping when I can learn more. So I got a better feel for his deck and saw what happens when it actually does function properly. So I knew what I was playing against going into the last game of the tournament. Kill the Ogerpon next turn after he plays the other Hoot Hoot. So it's down 6-3. So he hasn't really got to search his deck very majorly because he hasn't got to use Noctowl yet. So it's 6 prizes to 3. It's his turn. And I have Raging Bolt in the active because I just killed the Ogerpon with Raging Bolt. And I think that what's about to happen is he's going to knock out my Raging Bolt, EX, and then I'm going to Night Stretcher back that Raging Bolt. I'm going to play Sada's and then kill his Raging Bolt. So then at that point it would be 4 prize cards to 1 prize card. And either he deals with my Raging Bolt that turn, or he doesn't and he loses. Or if he does deal with it, I still had access to Blood Moon or Saluna, and I would have just one-shot whatever it was, because I didn't see any Bravery Charms or anything like that in his deck, so Blood Moon was the answer for the late game, is what I learned game 2. So I think that I had it in the bag pretty much no matter what at 6 prizes to 3, even if he killed me that turn. But instead, he concedes. He literally said, he's looking through his deck off of like a Crispin or something. He's looking through his deck, and he says, yeah, I concede. And I have to stop myself from jutting my hand out. Like, instinctively, he says, yeah, I concede. And the first thing that I want to do is, like, be like, shake it. You said it. Shake my hand. Like, you said it. It's over. But I had to remain respectful and calm, because I was like, I think I win no matter what. Let's see what the issue is. And he said, yeah, there's no lightning left in the deck. I'm like, what do you mean? There's none in the discard. It's not there's none left in the deck. He prized all of his lightning energy. So he is not able to attack with Raging Bolt at all. It's just impossible. Like, maybe from the beginning he could have been trying to use Fan Rotom to take knockouts against my Hoots. But, like, maybe there was a different path he could have taken. But I think he's just owned. Like I think if you prize all your lightning, you probably just lose every game that you play where you prize all your lightning. Like, there's very few exceptions in my mind. Unless you're playing against Charizard. If you're playing against Charizard or, like, Grimmsnarl, you can, like, take Ogerpon knockout. I mean, another thing you can do is you can, like, Burst Roar and then attack with Koraidon to swing for 180. I guess that's another option you could have went with if you ran Koraidon. But like I said, I honestly think that at 6 prizes to 3... with Blood Moon and Raging Bolt set up, there's no way he could have won even if he did knock me out that turn. I was ready for him to knock me out that turn and still win the tournament. I think I was still fine for that. So that's pretty much it. That is how we won the tournament. And what did we get? I'm glad you asked. We got hella packs, like 30 prize packs. We got the Black Bolt ETB. And last but not least, maybe my favorite thing we got here, bro. We got the Ethan's Ho-Oh Champion map, bro. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. We did it. Let's go. There was drama. There's a lot of drama I didn't talk about. There were people who were big mad about the thing cutting from top 4 to top 8. I was the biggest winner, though, I guess. Not just in that I won the tournament. Like I'm telling you, I didn't expect to do anything. Not even make top cut. Like, I didn't think, I thought I would be sitting there playing Pokemon Leaf Green, just chilling. And I won the whole thing. Put yourself out there. That is the lesson. That is the lesson, if anything. 90% of the, or not 90, but half the battle is showing up. If you don't show up and put yourself out there, you have no chance of winning. If you put yourself out there and you show up, you have as much of a chance as the next guy, if not more, as long as you've been putting that work in. So it is what it is.